Alright, here we are at the computer. I'm already logged into the Cricut design space, and you want to go where it says Cricut Access and click on View All. And on this screen, we're going to scroll down until we come across the simple thank you card, which is right there. I'm going to go and click on that. This brings up a preview window. Very bottom, click on Customize. Now, like I said, this is a simple thank you card. All it has, as you can see, is the card base and the envelope. We're going to keep it simple, just a little less simple. So the card base itself is sized at 9 by 6. I'm going to go ahead and leave it the size it is. Left-hand side toolbar, we're going to click on Shapes, click on a square. I'm going to change the color of the square, so go to the very top toolbar and click on the black square there, and then choose white. Also want to resize it, have the square selected, the very top toolbar where the size is, unlock the lock, make the width here be 4.25, and the height is going to be 5.75. Click on Enter. Now when I put this on my card base, you can see it leaves a little border around it. And I'm going to use this for the inside of my card and also the outside of my card. So I do want 2 of these. Right click on that and choose Duplicate. So now we have our card base for the front, or our card piece, layer piece for the front and also the inside. Now the flower and the thank you and the flower on the envelope, they're all done with the foil. I'm not going to use that. So I want to remove the flower from the envelope. I'm going to click on the envelope, right click on that and choose Detach. Click on the flower and move that out of the way, and then we can move our envelope out of the way as well. Now these pieces also I want to take off the card base and put them on my layering piece. So I'm going to right click on the card base, choose Detach, click on the flower and move that out of the way. Go back to the card base again, right click and choose Detach. Now take the word thank you off the card as well. Now if I click on the card and move it, you can see the score mark is not attached to the card. So I'm going to go click on my undo button. So you want to make sure you're really careful not to move the card base around. Take your left mouse button, highlight the card base and the score mark. Right click on that and choose Attach. Now when I click on the card base and move it, you can see that the score mark goes with us. All right, now these pieces, like I said, they're done with the foil. If you have them selected and go to the very top toolbar where the line type is, you will see it set to foil. Click on the arrow and I'm going to change that to draw. I'm going to grab this one and put it on the front of my layering piece. And I want to make sure it's centered left and right. So have that piece selected, hold down Shift on the keyboard and then click on the card base piece here. Go to the very top toolbar, click on Align and choose Center horizontally, and that centers it left to right. We have the word thank you. Again, that's dipped the foil. Make sure you change that from foil to draw. I'm going to bring that down. And again, I want to make sure that's centered left to right. So I have that piece selected. Hold down Shift, click on the layer piece, go to the very top toolbar, Align, and then I click on Center horizontally. So now I know both of these pieces are centered left and right. If I want to move them up or down, I could just click on them and use my arrow keys down. All right, now this piece, again, I'm going to change that from foil to draw. And I'm going to rotate it a little bit, and this is going to go on the inside of our card. Just like that, in the very bottom right-hand corner. Now you want to make sure you attach these pieces. So take your mouse again across the whole card front, right-click on that and choose Attach. Do the same for the inside. Oops, undo that. Highlight both of these pieces, right-click and attach. So now when I move them, they'll move together, and this is all done with using the Cricut marker tool versus the Cricut foil. Upper right-hand corner, go ahead and click on Make It. So now you can see we have our envelope piece here. We have our card front and our card inside and our card base here. I'm going to go ahead and cut all this out, go to the table, and put our card together. All right, guys, here we are with our card. Again, I apologize for the bad angle. All right, so first we have the envelope. I did not want to use cardstock for the envelope, so I just used some pattern paper. And I'm going to go ahead and crease on all those score marks. And then we'll go back in with our bone folder and give it a better crease and glue it shut. Okay, one more. Let's grab our bone folder. And I tried picking a pattern paper that wasn't very busy that I could use to write an address on, because I am going to mail this card out. Alright, so we have that. Alright, so I'm just going to put glue on these little flaps right here. I'm using art glitter glue. I got it from mamiemadeit.com. A little bit of glue on that piece there. And that piece. Alright, so our envelope is good. We can set that aside. Now we have our card. So I have my card base. Again, this was sized at 9 by 6. Now we have our front piece. Now if you look, my piece is kind of scattery because my marker, I guess, was not the best ink. So I'm going to go ahead and take some versafine ink with a kitchen sponge. And I'm going to go and ink my edges up just to give this some more life. All my stuff is packed and I do not have any foam squares here. Otherwise I would use that to pop it up. But I'm going to go ahead and glue it right onto the card base itself. So you can see it still is a very simple card. All we did was kind of rearrange it a little bit. I'm just going to ink all my edges. I'm going to do the inside as well, just to highlight some of that black. You can, of course, do your flowers and your front of the card different colors if you want to. But again, all of my Cricut markers are packed. All I left here was the one, or the two, and my one was out of ink. That's why it did not come out crystal clear, but that's okay. And I often say the person you're giving the card to has no idea what the card's supposed to look like, so they may think it's fine the way it is. Alright, so we have that. I'm going to keep my glue on the back. And I kind of smeared it, but I think again that adds to the rustic look of it. I could always go in there with my mono eraser and just kind of get rid of the little smear marks right there, and I might do that. Alright, I also smeared the inside. I must have ink on my fingers or did not let the ink on the side of the card dry. That's okay though. Again, I kind of like that rustic look to it. So there's our card. So it's still very simple, just modified. Alright guys, any questions at all, please let me know. We're going to stick it in our envelope first to make sure it fits inside here. And it does, so I can simply fill out the address and mail that card out. If you are going to use paper for your envelope, I recommend using a good quality paper. Don't want to use like a really thin paper because this is going to go to the post office or through the post office. But anyway, there you have it. Simple card, just amped up a little bit, and our envelope. Alright guys, any questions at all, please let me know. As always, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.